have. So panel, let's go down the line, starting with Rebecca, and just share a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and maybe something exciting that you have coming up in your artistic life.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Bromels, and I've been in the region for about 18 years, working first with Cincinnati SHEatre Company and then with ArtsWave. I'm now the Assistant Professor of Arts Administration in the graduate program at CCM. So this is my first year teaching, and I'm really excited about the discussions I'm having with the next generation of arts managers.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Ingram. Is it okay? It's really hot. I'm Caitlin Ingram. I am a 7th through 12th grade teacher at Madonna Academy. I teach English and theater. I teach freshman English, and everybody else I teach theater too. I'm doing what I'm doing really for a doe-eyed reason, but after 4 years it still remains true. I teach because I believe I can make a difference through teaching. And I teach theater because it is the one field where I can find a place for every student that I come in contact with. Something that I'm really excited about is I know that this current political atmosphere has really encouraged me to start working on projects with my students focusing on empathy. So I'm really excited to get those projects going with them.
Hi, my name is Lindsey Mercer. I moved to Cincinnati just about 4 years ago. I'm a freelance artist here in town, and primarily I serve as the producing artistic director for the Queen City Queer Theater Collective, which is a group that I organized about 3 years ago to try to bring a little bit more diversity and to represent and uplift underrepresented communities through the stage reading format. And we produce stage readings every month at Below Zero Lounge. Coming up this summer, I'm waiting approval on my application, but I'm really hoping to take part in a lab in New York City that is 3 weeks dedicated solely for artists to discuss making art in times of change. So I look forward to the potential of that.
Hi, my name is Raanan. I'm the Director of Education at Ensemble Theater Cincinnati. I'm also a freelance artist. I'm also a disabled artist and an advocate for everyone with a disability, from the most mild to the most profound. 90% of my work at Ensemble is working with individuals with disabilities. About 50% of my directing is working on bridging the gap between the general public and individuals with disabilities. And I'm very excited because I think this year the Cincinnati community has become a lot more inclusive and a lot more integrated. We've been working, 4 organizations have done sensory performances geared for students with disabilities, usually severe mental disabilities, and allowing them to really take part for the first time in theater as well as music and dance. And yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Reid. I am the Director of Marketing with the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. I've been there about 6 years, and in the past 2 years I have been focusing on our transition out of and back into music hall during its renovation. And that is the project I'm looking forward to, and it's relevant because a lot of our patrons are focused on where the chandeliers and things will be, but a lot of the money of the $134 million of renovation is going to things like, what if the musician in a wheelchair wanted to get to the orchestra pit? Right now they ride the stage down. And what if, we had no family restrooms in music hall previously? And there are a lot of things that that is supposed to be a welcoming, inclusive home for art, for the symphony, for the ballet, for the opera, for the May Festival, and many other organizations. And trying to put our money where our mouth is and making sure that that building is the welcoming home to as many people as it ought to be. Like Alice said, we're going to fail. There are ways we're not going to get as far as we should, but we're taking a huge step forward, and I look forward to opening it in October and showing the community just how welcoming that building can be.
Hi, I'm Rowold. I came to Cincinnati about 6 years ago, I think now, from Iowa and Chicago way. I've been an actor for a very long time, and currently I'm sort of transitioning out of that and exploring the idea of women's theater in Cincinnati, if there's a need for one, and what sort of programming will we put on. It's called SHEatre, which is she, theater. Makes sense, okay? It's good. I'm trying to decide if it is.
I just got it.
Dear, oh dear. Right, and so I'm toying with the idea of helping women in theater and helping women in life as well. And that stems mostly because of a really successful event that we just had in collaboration with No Theater. They were very nice to let us use their underground space. And we raised $1,800 for Planned Parenthood of Southwestern Ohio. So we were very proud. And that by far was our best attended event. And there was really a buzz and excitement around that I hadn't really felt before. And so that kind of got me thinking about, oh, well, how can we keep creating theater, not only to employ women in theater, but also raise awareness about women's issues and hopefully give them some cold hard cash to help out with women's issues as well. So that's sort of what the story.
Hi, my name is Chris Wesselman. I'm the Fringe producer at No Theater of Cincinnati. If you don't know what Fringe is a 13-day theater and arts festival that takes over about a dozen spaces throughout the over the Raanan downtown area. We present about 200 to 215 performances from 35 productions from local, national, and international artists. We bring in out-of-town artists, we house them, and we let them do their thing. And Fringe was pretty much the reason I got drawn to theater downtown and to No Theater. It's why Torie's here. It's why a lot of people are here. We've actually had out-of-town artists move to Cincinnati because they've enjoyed the experience so much. But what we love about Fringe, most of all, is that it's not only an opportunity for the entire Cincinnati theater community, arts community really, to come together and get to celebrate and play and do what they love, but it's also a fantastic opportunity for us to present an eclectic group of voices and themes and genres and skill sets. I'm sure I'll end up talking about more of that tonight, but it really is, to me, one of the most fantastic things Cincinnati has to offer, and I just love it, and as a result, I pretty much love all the people that I'm up here with. So yeah, that's me, that's what
I'm glad I'm last. It gave me enough time to figure out as many interesting things about myself as I've heard about everybody else. Also, I'm not that great without a script, you should know that. I'm Torie Wiggins. I just recently became Torie Wilkins. Although professionally I'm still Torie Wiggins. That's not important. Okay. I am a local actor and a professor of theater. Just kind of getting my start with that. I'm teaching acting for non-majors, Acting 1, and the theater experience. I've been a student of theater my entire life. I went to a performing arts elementary school, a performing arts high school. I graduated from CCM with a degree in drama, went to New York, let it kick my butt for about 12 years, and then moved back here to become a part of the arts community here because it called me. And I'm very much a part of that. I do a lot of theater, and I like to do theater that evokes change. I like to do theater, which all theater should do, but I love when someone leaves and says, I never thought about it that way. Those are the times I feel like I've done my job. I toured with a really, really great show, a solo show that was based off of columns from the City Beat here in Cincinnati called Your Negro Tour Guide. I did that show for 6 years and then came here and did it 3 more times. It's a bit dated, but it's not down yet, so we may have it come back again, especially with all this great stuff going on in the world to talk about. The project that I most recently have done was Twilight, Los Angeles 1992, which is about the riots that took place in '92 after the Rodney King verdict. I did that show most recently in October, and everything in it is still relevant, and that's the reason why I'm here today. I love teaching. I love performing. I loved being a part of the Fringe Festival. I like being a part of this community. I wish there were more people like me in this community, and we're working on that, and we're going to make it so. I don't know, did I do?
You did great. Before we get started, Alice and I want to make sure, originally this event was going to take place around the bar at the underground of the No. It was primarily theater artists. However, tonight the topic is about the arts, capital T, capital A. And so as we move forward, I'd like to think that even though the main panel up here works in theater, that this is applicable to many different forms of art. And we want to open the discussion to many forms of